Welcome! Today's video is on order of operations. Many of you know, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, or just know it as PEMDAS, and it's the order in which we do operations in an expression to get to a correct value. But it's not as straightforward as just going in order of those letters. We have to carefully think about the operations we do in our math work. The first thing that we do is parentheses, anything in the parentheses first. Then we do exponents, which we're not going to see any today. Next we do multiplication and division. However, it is left to right, whichever comes first. Now the same goes for addition and for subtraction. It is left to right, whichever comes first. We don't go and solve all the addition problems and then all the subtraction. We do it in order like we read a book, left to right. Alright, so let's go ahead and do a practice problem. Now, as I'm writing this on here, I'd just like to remind you that when you are doing the order of operations, when I say to do the parentheses first, it means do as many steps in those parentheses as you need to do before you move anywhere else in the problem. So in this problem, we have 5 times the sum of 2 plus 3 minus 2. The first operation that we do is going to be 2 plus 3 because it's inside of the parentheses. So 2 plus 3 is 5. And I rewrite all of the rest of the problem. I only do one operation at a time. I want to go step by step. The next thing we do is multiplication, which is 5 times 5, and that is 25. And then we rewrite what's left, which is 25 minus 2. And the last thing is subtraction, which is 25 minus 2 equals 23. And that is the value of the expression. Now for our second problem, I'm going to show you what I mean when I say addition and subtraction, left to right, whichever comes first. Again, just because A comes before S in our little saying, and addition looks like it's before subtraction, we don't do the addition first necessarily. So in this problem, we do have parentheses, so we're going to focus on everything that's inside of that first. And the first thing we do in that parentheses is actually subtraction, 3 minus 2, because again, it's left to right, whatever comes first. So 3 minus 2 is 1, and then we rewrite everything we have left. Now we still have parentheses, and in there is addition. 1 plus 1 is 2. We rewrite what's left, which is 2 divided by 2, and we finish off with division, and our answer is 1. So for this next expression, I'm going to be leaving the parentheses out of it completely. And we're just going to look at another example of why it is so important to make sure that when we are doing multiplication and division, we're doing it left to right, whichever comes first. So in this we have 17 plus 5 divided by 5 times 5. Now even though there's multiplication in there, we're doing division first. 5 divided by 5, which is 1. And again, we rewrite everything that we have left, and we do it one step at a time. Alright. Now, the next thing we have is multiplication, because that came after the division if I'm looking left to right. So it's 1 times 5 is 5, and so we rewrite everything we have left, 17 plus 5. And then we have addition to finish off the problem. So the answer is 32. Alright, so our last problem is going to be a fun one, because I'm throwing in braces into the mix. Now, we know that we do parentheses first, but what if we have multiple parentheses that are inside of braces? Well, the same rule for left to right in multiplication, division, addition, subtraction works for parentheses. We do the first set of parentheses first, and then the second. And yes, we're going to only go one step at a time. And yes, it's probably going to start cramping up your hand pretty good right about now, but I think that we'll get through it. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we do is our first parentheses, which is 6 plus 2, and that is 8. And we rewrite every little step, all the way from the beginning to the end. Now the next thing we do is the other set of parentheses, which is 6 minus 2, and that is 4. And yes, we rewrite every little step all the way through. Very good. Now we do what's in the braces, which act like parentheses, and that's multiplication. We have 8 times 4 is 32, and then 32 plus 4 is 36, and we are all done. And that wasn't so bad at all. Alright, well thank you for watching, and please be sure to like and subscribe this channel to keep you up to date on any future videos that I will be releasing. Thank you so much.